Right, now to think of what I'm doing, because there wasn't much to buy here. Checking out the shops, buying spells. Guard here, though I should stick kind of close. Okay, maybe still. Stick kind of close to city, I guess, and explore around for a while. The alchemy shop should be open by now. So this nasty habit of jumping. I mean, it's training acrobatics, sure, but athletics is so much farther behind. Huh? Still not open. It's late in the day. Is it? Oh, it's Tyrdos. It's not Sundos. Well...
Greetings to you. I'm Bernadette Pinellis. I work for Tamika. I grow grapes for her wines. All right. Good. What? That's a... Oh, please. That's good one. What? Such adventures. How I envy you. Not... That's... Your way... That's pretty good. All right, I get it. I've lived here all my life. Grown grapes. It's all I know. Fresh air, mountains, the grapes on the vine. It's just beautiful. Well, I know he's a bit odd, but I've always thought he was kind of sweet. Lately, though, he has been stranger than usual. I think maybe he's been following me. I see him every morning on my way to chapel. I've tried to say hello, but he always pretends not to hear me.
I think I should investigate more rock Larthir first.
Be seeing you.
You need to see Ugak if you want to buy a horse. She's inside. Go ahead. I salute you. Most impressive. Sorry, I don't get it. Don't waste your flattery on me. Such adventures. How I envy. What? My life is drab and wretched by comparison. Sorry, I can't argue with that. Sorry, I don't get it. You don't... Such adventures. What? You think... That's enough. Mag Gromogak runs a fine establishment at the Two Sisters Lodge, and her sister has some quality horses.
Do you have anything to say?
I don't mean to gossip, but he is more than a bit strange. However, he's always been tolerated as the town eccentric. Farewell.
Raymond Broder, retired archer, presently a grape grower for the Cerilis, at your service. Are you looking for advanced training?
Does advanced mean journeyman, or does it mean
Let's
master?
get to training.
It's journeyman.
I'm listening. No, remarkable. That's just not funny. What? That's... Really? I accept. I have no choice. Really? Interesting. I accept. I have no choice. Sorry. I don't get it. Not... What a dumb... No. Well done. I can teach you no more, but I myself learned a few tricks from a wood elf hunter. I'm sure she could teach you a few things as well.
Oh-ho!
Last time I saw Alwyn, she was out in the forest, east of Anvil and south of Kvatch. If you look carefully, you might find her there.
That might be the master trainer.
I've told you all I can. Seek out Alwyn if you wish to train further with your bow. I served as a Legion marksman for 20 years. I retired here to Skingrad, work in the vineyards, and supplement my income as an advanced trainer. He preaches in Anvil. Appeared right after the attack on the chapel there. Sounds like the usual doom-saying nonsense.
Salutations. Good madam.
Farewell.
I'm David of Surili Brothers Vineyard. Gaston is my brother. From our vineyards come the finest wines in Tamriel. Yeah, well, in all honesty, no. But our wines are very good, and much cheaper than Tamika's very fine product, I assure you. All right.
I don't even know who Tamika is, so how does my character know?
I can't argue with that. That's... Oh, what nonsense. Not now. No, that... So you say. You win this one. I like... Don't... That never happened. That never... What... That's great. How's it go again? Don't talk such rot. I won't fight you. I like... That never happened. You're good. Gaston and I make great wines, reasonably priced. Skingrad has 2 great vintners, Tamika and Surili. I'll never say a word against Tamika's wines. That Danis Artelian is a little too full of himself. Sure, he's a captain of the guard, but I'm not impressed.
Finally, someone who's not directly underneath the captain says something bad about the captain. This is why I'm talking with people.
You may have heard that he's a bit touched in the head, and that may be true. But he's always been a quiet neighbor, never given us any trouble. Goodbye.
Gotta find out more about Glarthier.
I'm Gaston Surili. Perhaps you've met my brother David. Together we are the Surili Brothers Winery. Certainly.
This is one of those few really open-ended quests in
Don't
Oblivion.
waste your flattery on me. My life is drab and wretched. Not bad. Don't talk. You can't scare me. Don't try. My life. You can't scare me. Don't talk such. That's just talk. Don't try to manipulate. You're wasting your breath. Not bad. I see. Skingrad is the wine-producing capital of Tamriel. You must sample our local wines. You'll never taste better. The 415 vintages were particularly good. The 399, well, a once-in-a-lifetime experience, if you can find a bottle.
Fire up there. On console, of course, because you have everything's mapped to a button. On PC, no, this is a mod I installed about a couple days ago.
I think Glarthier is having one of his bad spells lately. Have you noticed? Goodbye.
Oh gosh. I don't think I can recall the name off the top of my head, but... What if we done for the interface or menu section in Nexus mods? Something about menu hotkeys?
Amals of the Fighters Guild, welcome to Skingrad County. Come hunting goblins, have you?
You know what? I think it won't crash on an alt tab, so just have to save before every load screen. Be here around somewhere. it's not menu queue, even though it might kind of sounds like it. That's some behind the scenes plugins for some other stuff, other mods to work. Better menu controls, probably. Yeah. Yeah, this is it.
Go to it. What?
So the thing to keep in mind with this mod is that it can't suppress key bindings active in the game itself, meaning, like, I think a good example is something I learned with the spell altar, is that I switched E to be the activate instead of the default space. Or say E to activate, and then I set the key binding in the mod, hotkey in the mod, to E to also select options here. And what that means is every time I hit E to activate, it'll also select the first option as soon as the menu pops up, which basically you get double E press, or you get an error message because there's no spell selected yet to actually create anything. And the mod can't suppress that, so you have to set your hotkeys to stuff that's not used by vanilla. So right now, choosing like tab is to exit,
Amals of the fight.
because that's not used. Enter is just the first option, and tab, when it's not exit, is the second option. It can't identify what the exit is. And if I'm remembering the hotkeys right,
Yes.
P is persuasion, and then R is to rotate this, B to bribe, etc. Most of it's pretty logical, or as you'd expect. Usually it's the first letter of whatever the action is, unless that's used by another keybind. Like, right now I can actually use R to take all from loot. You may have noticed that already. That when I'm looting container, I'll just pop in and you won't see me click on it. It'll just immediately pop out because I've hidden R to take all.
Don't talk. I like that. Allah. What none? That's enough. What nonsense. That's enough. All right, I get it. The whole West Weald is pretty good goblin hunting country. They're thick here in Colovia, along the Valenwood and elsewhere borders. Arena Geranus isn't the most social innkeeper in the world, but she runs a good, clean house.
Yeah, I don't think she was up when I came in earlier.
Try the big goblin den called Derelict Mine, out east along the Gold Road.
We'll try that a bit later, but after we investigate Glarthir further.
Go hurt something.
Something to report?
You know, I'm not sure how to easily export my mod list from Vortex. Otherwise, I may have done it already. That or there's an easy way that I've missed, but at some point I'll have to publish a list of all the mods I'm using.
Not bad. Don't Christ, you're wasting your breath. Sure. What nonsense. My life is drabbing? That's pretty good. What? Oh, please. That you sure? Not now. I see. You have something you want to tell me about that nutcase? Suit yourself.
Okay, so that's what that option is with the guards.
What?
You don't even have to go with your option. Well,
All right.
let's see if this changes things.
Don't. That's just. I salute you. Most impressive. You got that. What nonsense. I salute you. Most What? Sorry, I don't get it. Don't. That's just. You win this one. Don't try to manipulate me. That's enough. That's just stupid. That's. Sorry, I don't waste your flattery. That's not bad. What do people do here? In town, shopkeepers, smiths, priests, the usual. Fighters and mages guild. The rest are farmers or herders. Wines are a Skingrad specialty, and the Surly and Tamika vineyards are famous all over Cyrodiil.
Should have peed before I started the stream.
Have a good day now.
Please be generous, kind sir.
Thank you, kind sir.
Go ahead.
It's classic beggar whiplash.
That. Don't you win this one. Yeah. Don't. I won't. Oh, that's great. So you. Not. I can't. That's really funny. That never happened. Don't. I can't argue with that. That works for me. That Dennis Artillion is a little too full of himself. Sure, he's a captain of the guard, but I'm not impressed. Blessings of Standard.
It's where the alchemy shop isn't open yet. Huh. As far as the rest goes. You know what? I can activate light vision.
Me? I'm Falanu, House Lalu, as if that matters here.
It does not matter here. Although I do know of a place that does matter. Anywho, this is going to make dialogue a bit awkward, but I can find people faster. Hey, are you the person who owns the alchemy shop? Because I have an internet option.
Go ahead.
Whatever.
You're pathetic. No, you do me too much. You've got to... Sorry, I don't get it. That's just... No, you do... Blah, blah, blah. What a... You've got... That's... What a... You're a big... You think... What a... Blob. I see. I don't know. Never seen that sort of route before. Head over to the West Wheeled Inn and talk to Sindarian. He could identify it for you, I'm sure.
Well, they only asked for a single septim.
I'm the only alchemist in Skingrad. Not much business here, but I can't go back to Morrowind. It's just like anywhere else in the Empire. By the way, do you happen to know what the fine is here in Cyrodiil for necrophilia? Just asking. Let's assume... no. That's nothing compared to Morrowind, thanks. What makes you think I'd know anything about that?
You're a Dunmer.
But it just so happens I've run into some sanguine worshippers up in the Imperial Reserve, a long way northwest of Skingrad. Can't give you any better directions, unfortunately. Traveled mostly at night with a guide and didn't see much on the way. I love walking by Salmo's place. The smell of his bread baking is amazing. Farewell.
Oh, that's too good.
A coin? I'm so hungry. Thank you, kind sir. Go ahead.
Now, will you know anything new about Glarthier?
Such is sure. Not now. Not. Oh, yeah. Don't. My life is drab and wretched. That's. Don't. Oh, all right. I get it.
Nothing new.
Blessings of Standard.
I am Ambrose Can, grape grower for Cerilli Brothers. I'm also an advanced trainer for weapon and shield parries.
You mean block?
There's much I can show you.
Yes, there is much. I still can't believe we spent like 12k gold spells. Probably going to be worth it, but wow, gold goes fast.
All right. Good. Don't. No. You're wasting your breath. You. No. Don't. I salute you. Most impressive. Good. Don't waste your flattery on me. My. Oh, please. Not now. That's amazing. That's not bad. Fadus Calidius at the Fighters Guild also teaches block, but he'd be the first to admit I'm his superior in every way.
Cool. That means that guy's apprentice, this guy's journeyman.
I went to the chapel yesterday, but Valandris was the only one there. I figured I'd come back another time.
What's wrong with the Valentris?
I'm willing to teach, if you're willing to learn.
Yeah, let's do some training.
I can show you some new things. Knowledge is the... I can show you... There's much I can show you.
Oh, I end up spending a lot of gold on this if I try to max it out.
Let's see if we can't teach you a thing or two. You've got a lot to... Let's see if we can't teach you a thing or two.
I'll stop it there. Must be at what, 60? Or am I at 59? I'm not... It's clear it's... Yeah, it's level
You
times
do.
10. We're not sure if it's level plus 1 times 10 or just level times 10.
Well, I'm Tamika. We grow our own grapes and make fine wines. Yes?
This one can be a little harder to work with.
Oh, well, what nonsense! Gracious, don't you? That's just not funny. Don't waste that. That's enough. Sorry. I can't argue with that. That's not bad. Skingrad's wines are the best in Tamriel. I invite you. Try them for yourself. Here, it is perfect for grapes and perfect for wine. The sun and soil here are like my native Hammerfell, but the climate is milder and the rainfall more reliable. I went to the chapel to get rid of a rash I'd picked up. Tumendil healed me right away. Be seeing you.
Alright, any more people? Where's Glarthier?
I told you not to speak to me in public. We'll meet tonight at the place we discussed. Sorry. I have no idea what time it is.
It's time to get a watch. Not sure which buildings I should enter to ask about Glarthier. Maybe the church is one. But...
A sweet roll? But of course, Salmo is famous for his sweet rolls. One taste, and you are in heaven. On top of the world, yes? All right. Oh, yeah. Talk tough to me. I like that. A lot. That's pretty far-fetched. Where'd you... It's good of you to say so. What? Yeah, right. Oh, how nice. I see. I could never leave Skingrab. All my good friends here would die without my sweet rolls. The rest of the world must suffer as best it can without me.
Hey.
Bernadette Pennelis works over at the Tamika Winery. They make a quality wine there. Goodbye.
I knew about Glarth here. Hi there, person.
What do you want? We'll see. I won't. Such. Sorry. Don't talk such rot. You've. That's just. I salute you. Most impressive. I won't. That. My life is drab and wretched.
Oh, nothing.
Goodbye.
No new info.
I'm Mog Gramogot.
If I already persuaded you,
All
didn't
right.
I? Or not? Okay.
So, yeah. That's cute. That's pretty far-fetched. No. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's... Yeah, I doubt it. Really now. You're such... That never happened. Not bad. Not bad at all. Be seeing you.
Alright. It's here. Oh, really? That's just a second floor entrance? Okay, it's a little odd. Ooh, a bunch of people.
Hello there.
Yeah, this is really brothers. Alright, now I really have to look inside because of the rain. I mean, some people don't mind the rain, but most people really do. You are...
Got a real fan? I hope I can help.
Have new info about Glarth here.
Please, go on. Goodbye.
I'll have to keep in mind that woman who thinks Arthur is a bit sweet. She might be able to persuade him. Talk some sense into the guy.
I'm Valandra Sabor, primate of Julianus. You may address me as Your Eminence.
Oh, Valandras. Kinda see why people don't like ya.
Go ahead. I wish I could say that. Oh, that's just talk. Not. What a great story. What? You're wasting your breath. Don't waste your flattery on. What? That's just. You're good. A primate has better things to do than provide tourist information. Beggars have plenty of time on their hands. I'm sure you'll have much in common.
Harsh.
Farewell.
I don't know why the frame rate's so low in here. Oh, it's probably because there's a lot of glass panes. Like one of the mods, the weather mod, lets you see the weather outside. Probably because of how many glass panes there are, it's chucking the frame rate.
You've got a real... Blessings of the Nine. My name is Tumendil. I'm the chapel priest. I'm sure you can find your way around the chapel by yourself. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Sell some spells. Well, I could make use of this, no doubt. Not sure if I really want to, since I could custom make the same spell. guess I'll get this. I'll haggle it down, and I need to be sure we're friends first.
I'm listening. So, good one. Please, I'm embarrassed. That's pretty far-fetched. What? That's pretty good. That's pretty... That's... Good. What a fool you are. Yeah. What? Yeah, I get it. I see.
Okay, nothing new about Glarthur, though.
Maybe it's just me, but I find Falanu Hlalu really odd. And I've seen her hanging around the graveyard with a strange smile on her face.
Let's just move on.
The Chapel of Julianos is always open for worship and contemplation. Perhaps you should speak to Marie Palliel, our healer and restoration trainer. Let's do business.
Let's not talk about the Hlalu person here. So we're such good buddies, and you're a novice. Huh. I'd like to know the fear spell for myself. I don't think it could apply to anyone I
You've got to.
liked up here. Alright, detect danger.
You don't.
Oh. A6 it is. And it's not Cure Self, which is why I don't really want it. Well, there's Resist Frost, but I think I already have... Do I have Frost Wall? That's from... This is Restoration. It's Frost.
Enough.
Hold up. Frost Shield. The heck's the difference between Resist and Shield?
Be seeing you.
I can also try the Guild Halls this time, and this time... Oh, it's noon. Okay. If we go in Swords Blazing, then maybe we can finish that mine that Argonian mentioned at midnight, but beyond that, I don't know.
Greetings. I hope I can help.
Oh, you can't.
Be seeing you.
Well met.
You have some new things to say.
Please, go on. Between the two of them, Barecian and Gaspar have mastered nearly every type of spell there is. You'd be wise to go see them if you can.
Where are they?
I can't believe a Mages Guild associate was found dead in Shadenall. What kind of place are they running there?
It's a high elf, man. Or high on pride.
Well, it's a bit rugged. Nothing like the Arcane University. Have to go to the Imperial City to buy anything. But it's good enough, I suppose.
Yeah, there isn't that much of a selection out here.
Farewell.
What is it, associate?
Wait, there's actually someone in here.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
You don't have anything to say.
Farewell.
Greetings,
I hope I can help.
Nothing.
Take care.
What a fool.
Oh
I hope
man,
he's happy with
the rain
himself.
outside's really chucking the frame.
Is that so?
It's my pleasure. Please continue. Archmage Traven is the first to take such a hard stance on necromancy. It upset more than a few people.
I think we're in for some...
A pleasure to speak with you.
Really?
Half of the Council of Mages resigned when Traven took over the position of Archmage. I offer the finest...
71. The one thing I've noticed is that just you can't persuade her, and her disposition never seems to change. Of course, she's also an expert, unlike most mages who are novices of Mercantile. I do want to try out Arcarian Leap and Leap Other. It doesn't cause fall damage, so can't be useful for more than just pranking people. Arcarian Leap. Well, that requires Mastery of Alteration. Oof. I do wonder what Disposed Corpse does, though. Find out. Maybe eventually, but not quite now. This is gonna be nice to have eventually, but let's see if I find it elsewhere.
Bye.
I just don't think about it. The Elder Council will take care of it.
Alright, in here. First time in the Fighters Guild.
What? Take your time. Don't. That's a bit excessive. Good. Blah, blah, blah. What a bore. Go to it.
A visitor, yeah. Well met. For you, of course. Be seeing you.
I'm in the Fighters Guild, yes. And I can train for weapon and shield parries. Thaddeus Callidius is the name.
Guessing you are... aren't offering training yet, because I guess you're off duty.
Please, go on. Don't... Was that supposed... Not... Don't make me laugh. You're... No more. You're frightened. Yeah. Was that supposed to be a compliment? Not bad. Blah. Yes. That's a bit... That's not bad. Yes. In fact, up in the Imperial Reserve, a long way northwest of Skingrad, I came upon a sanguine shrine. Gave it a wide berth. I'm a goblin hunter. Don't want to tangle with those Daedra worshippers. You heard of Goblin Jim's Cave? It's a big one. It's a long walk due north of Skingrad, in the Imperial Reserve, a long way from civilization.
Interesting.
Things are really slow. You remember the last time we had a new contract?
I just joined, man.
What brings you to Skingrad? Hunting goblins? Sure, they're thick in the West Weald, but you'll find their holes all over Cyrodiil. Go to it.
Yeah, I think we should just go goblin hunting at this point. Oh, I said it was west of town? Argonian from before? Goblin Jim's cave, right up there. Probably west of town. Ah. Well, at least the autosave should have come from right outside the Fighters Guild. Yes, alt-tabbing is not good for the game stability. Not an immediate crash, but it's eventually crash on load screen at some point. I'm going to save here, because it might crash on load again because it went too fast, but good. Those few seconds were enough. Hi there.
What? Yes? That's pretty. Yes, yes, whatever you say. No, I'm not. You're pathetic. What? I doubt you really mean that. Sure, was that supposed to be a compliment?
That's gonna be
You're
bad.
full of it. You're full of it. Was that supposed to be good? I accept. I have no choice. Don't, please. Not. Don't be. All right, I get it. Let's see if we can't teach you a thing or two.
Can't.
You too.
Alright, I'm just going to assume westish. Guy said, called it deserted mine or something. Cursed mine. I forgot to look out for soul gems. I don't know who would sell them. Well, at least it's not your knee. Yeah, we found... It's not goblin hunting, but it's hunting all the same. Oh, that's right. Don't want to get blood on the fancy rope. Do I have some new summons I can use? Yeah, I've got some the Seducers and Golden Saints. I have a bunch of new summons that I can use. Ah, I can't summon a Storm Atronach. And Flame seems kind of low level too. I wonder where Frost is though. Oh, I'm just gonna take out the Claymore. Use that alongside Dark Seducer. And when I have the Magicka, Golden Saint. Hi there. Man, Golden Saint's tall. Oh, Golden Saint can heal herself. That. Claymore's about to run out. I don't know if I should keep up with this or not. Oh well. Like, I don't know if I should keep using the bound order Claymore or not, but I should. I probably, unless I have. There's not enough hotkeys, you know. I want to slot the bound Claymore and the Dark Seducer and Golden Saint. But I can only really put one of them on the bar, maybe two if I drop the poisons, but I want to burn through the poisons. I could drop the destruction spell, but and then oh, that's a lockpick. I thought it might be a fork. Okay, that's some mushrooms. Oh, there goes one bodyguard. Oh my. Gonna have to hide some of these pretty soon.
Jump on my sword while
Oh, I hit my Golden Saint instead. Yet they can heal themselves. That makes them so much better than the alternatives, huh? I don't know which one to go with. I mean, probably the one that costs more. I'd assume they're higher spec. They cost more magicka. But maybe not.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get! Ha!
You've got elven armor. Aren't very strong though. We're getting close to capacity, huh? Back over here. I'll just let those two duke it out, maybe. Ooh. Looks like you're at least a journeyman. Yeah, you're a journeyman. That back attack was a standard one. How's my encumbrance now? 95. Hey. I've been reading that. If you like the whole high fantasy slow life type of manga that's been cropping up lately, then it's a decent read. It's like, basically he's the mage character in the hero's party, and then it's the post game where they come back after they kill the Demon King and all that. And the thing is, one of the Demon King's final attacks was a cursed arrow shot that hit him in the knee, and it's a wound that will never heal. So he's kind of like got a knee issue, but he's too popular out in the capital. So just like, I don't want people to keep asking me all this stuff and praising my name, so I'm just gonna go out into the boonies where nobody knows me and have a bit of a slow time. Just use lightning magic. Oh my god. Alright, new go-to summon. Hi there. Ow.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Hopefully. Ha! Ah, got him. Oh, out of poisons. Cool. Exactly one of the things I want to happen. Most of these are anti-mage poisons. I'm looking for... if either silence or damage magicka, I am looking for ones that are just damage health. I keep forgetting that I can just teleport out of here to home. Just stash all the stuff and then come back here. Like, I don't have to keep casting feather spells on myself. Guess now's as good time as any. Okay. Scroll on the chat again. Alright, good. The second mark is Imperial City. The first mark is home. Third and fourth mark are out in the wilderness somewhere. So, third mark. And then... first recall. Alright. And of course I nudged it over to the side so that I can more immediately access my chest. I should do some repairing while I'm here. Still no Elven Greaves. Plenty of ingredients to stash. And I need pelts or anything. Okay, now then, I need to stash some potions. Mostly health potions because I use my healing spell instead. But there's some that I want, the ones that I personally made, I want to actually use for a bit. So let's find some, if there are any left anyways. Resist paralysis. Alright. I feel like alchemy would be more useful if there weren't any restore magicka potions. Because it's like, you can get the same effects from potions as you do from spells, but stronger. Most of the time, at least. So the only real advantage alchemy has over spellcasting is just you don't have a skill requirement and you don't have a magicka requirement. Oh, so in which case you'd only use chug potions when you're out of magicka, but you have potions that can restore your magicka. Oh hey, I have nothing that weighs over a bowl. Cool. Oh yeah, these potions are pretty light. I really do need to go pee. I'll put it on pause here. Be right back. I am back. I'll try out the Dark Seducer. Well, Insane's pretty awesome, but I'm never gonna find out if someone's good or not till I go, Huh, what kind of spell is that? Ow. Ow. Don't just shoot me with poison out of nowhere. At the very least, bandits don't pose a problem to a Dark Seducer. Hello. Honestly, with the name Cursed Mine, I was expecting more undead and ethereal stuff. And also was not expecting for terrain to not load in properly. What in the fuck? Oh. Okay. What is going on with it? Yeah. What? Oh, all my bells ran out. No problemo. Recast them all. Now what to use? I have one that's just health, then good. What? I have a feeling I'm going to experience a lot of this before we're out of here. Oh, hey, mage. Lord, I am beast right now. I think that potion ran out. So there we are. Let's see if this does anything. Oh. Oh, that's super concerning. Oh, time to go deeper. Hi. Oh, you have a drain attack. How cool. pop another or health potion. I can find the one. I probably should just hotkey it over the heal. Or is it here? There we are. I can just pop them on demand. Hi there. Oh, you're going straight for the Dark Seducer, huh? Oh, there's an animal up there. Giant rat. Much further in does this go? Way further in. Okay. Means, please come with me. Alright, that should do. I don't think I'll change the recall location. It's still inside here. Hour 8 p.m. Okay. Have some 4 hours to finish up and get back to Glarther. I should prepare everything first. Give me that armor XP. All right. I'm pretty quickly back here. Alright, now she's dead. No idea what's going on with her. Ow! Gosh. Oh, you know. Or at least he had a potion, yeah? First mine, there wasn't much of any kind of curses going on here. Except for the terrain. We won't discuss that. Definitely not cursed. You got, I think, your canopy helmet. Well, I will replace my current helmet with that. Thank you for your service, Dark Seducer. In here. Oh, silver nugget. There's more. Oh no, it's just a 10. What's up with these smoldering torches? In here is nothing. Ah, a slipper vein. First ore vein. Cool. Any more? I don't see any more. Time is 9:31. Not too bad on time. I have a feeling these are more pronouncedly different from standard rocks with vanilla graphics, and now they look almost identical to normal rocks with all the texture packs. Alright, I'll assume that's everything. And just check the minimap. Yeah, that's everything for this area. Wonder why they call it curse, though, besides the other curse. It was really just a bandit nest with ghosts around dead. Still not a place I want to stick around, though. Maybe. I didn't keep that keen an eye out for it. Maybe there was a journal explaining it, or a note or something. Quickly. On one of these paths, it's probably the eastern one, I saw fire in the distance.
You smell of death. Been conjuring up dead things?
Yes, I have. Don't quite trust the load doors do not crash, so... That was way faster than normal. Time is... Oh, it's almost time. Oh. I'm gonna be coming at him with this giant light on me. I don't know how good of an idea this is. Well, I'm sure it's fine. Sure no guards are following.
Ah, you came! You're sure you weren't followed? Good. I thought I could trust you. Nobody else in town. They're all in on it. All watching me. Well, yes, I need you to do something for me. I'll pay you gold. You like gold, don't you? Lots of gold.
Tens of thousands of gold.
Here's my problem. I'm being followed. Watched. Marukoti's selectives, maybe. Not sure. I'm a threat, you see, to their plans. I know too much. I need you to check out some people for me. The ones who are following me. Watch them. See where they go. Who they report to. Will you help me? Very good. You won't be sorry. I'll pay you well. Did I say that already? Let's start with Bernadette Penniless. Be outside my house at 6 a.m. You'll see her watching me. See where she goes and who she reports to. We'll meet here again tomorrow night. Oh, and never contact me in public. They're watching. They can't know you're helping me. Certainly. There's so much I could tell you. So many secrets. But then you'd be in danger too. It's best if we're not seen talking. Her house is almost directly across the street from mine, southwest of the Great Chapel. Coincidence? I don't think so. Remember, Bernadette Penniless, 6 a.m. Don't let her see you watching.
There's so many ways this quest can end. I actually want to look it up. I walk faster. He's wearing lighter gear than I am. I'm walking faster than he is.
Greetings.
Alright, so it's Bernadette's house. Do a little bit of sleeping.
A pleasure to speak with you. You need some place to rest? I can rent you a room for the night for 10 gold. Okay then. It's upstairs, the room at the east end of the hall. That's to your right when you come out the door. Enjoy. Goodbye.
Wait, east. It's upstairs? That's the outside. The 3rd floor. I wasn't quite paying attention. I'll just look at the indicators, yes. Ah, neat room. Well, is an in-room teleports home to sleep. I'm not gonna do that. I'm teleporting here to stash stuff. There should have been a bunch of silver nuggets. And there should have been at least some rat meat. Okay, that handles things. I'll go for 4 hours, because waking up at 5:44 a.m. that's cutting it close. Like, sure, I can blaze through town, but time scale is not 1-to-1 here. What's up with all the level up messages getting more like you've passed your prime? Still growing, man. Not getting older. Been like less than a month. I don't know if I should, like, sneak by her or not. I don't know. There's something I wanted to do, though. Alright, spellbook. In case things go south with this, always save before use. Mostly Conjuration I wanted to disable, but I should check each school. Yeah, I can't really think much of a use for this. Like, there has to be some edge cases where I want to fling myself up and maybe ragdoll onto an edge, but I'll hide it. Alright, now here we have a bunch. Oh, I never actually used Mythic Dawn armor. No idea what that would be like, though. Going by the magic cost, I assume it's very low tier. Okay, not using summon zombie anymore. Not sure if I'd summon a Spriggan. Referral feels outdated. Oh crap, I never intended to summon. That was just to test out haggle settings. Unitive Minotaur? Probably no. Or is probably not worth much. Or maybe. There's Bound Longsword. Yeah, I'll get rid of Bound Longsword. Would I ever still use Imp? Like, I don't think there's any other ranged spell cap. I mean, Scamp throws fireballs, but Scamp is not exclusively throwing ranged fireballs. Imp is exclusively throwing ranged spells and stuff. I don't think there are any other summons that do that. Flash Atronach's going to be interesting. I don't even remember what they look like in Oblivion. I don't know if I should get rid of Flame Atronach either, because it seems pretty low level for now. Yeah, Flesh. F-L-E-S-H. Flesh Atronach. If you're wondering kinda how it's made, you stitch together about 6 or 7 dead bodies. And you have your Flesh Atronach. I really don't know what else. Like, I kind of want to get rid of Summon Skeleton Lord, but I also kind of want to keep it for. I don't know if Summon Skeleton Lord could be useful to me anymore, but I also feel like it could be. Yeah, I'm not going to use Skeleton Lord. Hunger I can use. Shambles I didn't get to use too much, but seemed kind of bad. Elytra, didn't get to use too much. Scamp had served me oh so goddamn well throughout days we've been in existence. Spriggan's alright. Spriggan can summon a 4th creature and also drain their luck, which in turn decreases their damage. Otherwise not that powerful combatant. Polywog's really just a meat shield, and I think I've got better meat shields now. It's still the only ranged guy. I've rarely used Bear because Mountain Lion, which I don't think is showing up on the list here. Yeah, Summon Mountain Lion has is not on the list, and that's why I say save before using the mod, because if you do hide all, unless you hit unhide all, you're probably not going to find all the spells that you want. Weak Fireball, because that's obviously weak. Electrifying Blast was not adjusted. Don't know if I want to give Flashbolt. It's a ranged destruction spell, so alright, but I tend to just summon a bow instead. Illusion. I don't know about Teddy Bear, and I forgot about Twinkle too. Blink we can get rid of because we have a better one. Oh, it's a mystic spell. Can probably get rid of telekinesis. I mean, I don't know what I'd want something that's 140 feet range. And it costs a shit ton of magicka. For what's basically just a ranged pickup object. Like, remote manipulation is probably a better pick. And finally, restoration. You can also like hide lesser powers, but I don't want to dabble on that. I don't really think I need Restore Hardiness because I have the Restore Everything spell now. And I have my hidden buffs that I custom made but don't want to use anymore. I also have that whole touch, drain, fatigue, and health spell that I just I'll keep it because I don't think I'd have absorb fatigue anyways, because how this works with the hidden spells is it actually deletes them from my spellbook, but saves them here so I can restore them whenever. That isn't too much different from just hiding them in terms of just selecting the spells, but when I go to like a spell making or enchanting altar, the effects are gone from the list that I can pull from. So I have to keep at least one instance of every effect shown, or else I'll lose out on that customization. Alright, so now I just have, only thing I have of like standard bound gear would be the chain blade and the bound bow and arrows, and I have no idea what the chain blade's like. Makes me think of like a chainsaw sword. We'll find out. Actually, I could probably get rid of Imp because the Flame Atro is probably also a ranged shooter. Oh, Summon Skeleton doesn't even show up on the list now, did it? Definitely not really using Summon Skeleton. What's that? Hello. How's my armor? 57. Oh, that's a 14 and a 2, right? So... And it's heavy armor. Oh. Interesting. How long does this last? I'd have to say in the spell. One minute. he left like an hour early, huh? This is the girl that I think. She's the one that said... Tries to say hi to him on the way to the chapel. So... Probably going to want... Where is it? Shadow Shape. That's gonna wear off. Oh no. Okay. That might have been Glarth here, honestly. Who frick knows? This, I don't have to worry about the guards tailing me. That's for sure. Almost 6 a.m. Alright, I think I should... So 3, huh? Also, is it set to active? It's not. Yeah, she's almost out. There she is. Yeah, she's the woman who thinks Glarthir's a little sweet.
I told you not to speak to me in public.
Alright, forgot about that. Oh boy, it's raining. We're indoors. Is she here? Hi.
I hope I can help. Well, I know he's a bit odd, but I've always thought he was kind of sweet. Lately, though, he has been stranger than usual. I think maybe he's been following me. I see him every morning on my way to chapel. I've tried to say hello, but he always pretends not to hear me. Take care.
I can pretty nonchalantly follow her for most of the day. I'll try and get to 100. Oh, it's going to be a while. Let's see, let's organize it by cost, because cost does impact how much XP I get. Huh, hunger's most expensive. I don't know if this is gonna like aggro on people, because the scamp got into fights. Don't mind me. Just fully armed in a chapel. Some kind of Cthulhu-ass shit right next to me that I summoned. No worries, it's non-hostile. As long as you don't piss it off. Perfectly cool. Nothing Daedric here. No soul-trapping swords or anything. That would be even better for subterfuge. A fancy robe. Now no one will suspect me. I wonder if I can cast spells sitting down. I cannot. Oh, time to refresh some stuff. Oh, it's not quick slotted. Well, that makes sense. Did put invisibility in. I want to see what the heck this does. Oh, that's what the fire spirit is. Yeah. Yeah, so I fought this thing before. I think some dumber bandits can summon it as maybe a greater power or something. Yeah, it's an ethereal type of enemy, so you need magic weapons to even harm it.
I'm listening.
Good to see you.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isle.
You've got a real bounce to your step. I'll bet you're quite the acrobat.
You bet I am. Maybe we should follow our distance. Less creepy that way.
How are you?
Doing fine, how about you? I really do want to check it. Not gonna lie. Let's see, is there another door in? Nope. This ethereal thing can open doors, okay. Wait for you to face out because, I don't think a giant fireball makes for a good stealth mission.
I hope I can help. Take care.
It's not still trespassing, okay.
How do you do?
So I just came to practice conjuration in your home. Nothing menacing here. Now what's the shorter duration stuff? I've got 80 seconds on the bear. I should recategorize it. Right here, it's so much harder to find it by cost. 1 minute on armor, but that's not good. 80 seconds on the bear. 80 seconds on the scamp. 80 seconds on the skeleton, which now costs 5 magicka. That's pretty much it. Oh, I can just do this. Now let's check a magic potion. Let's facilitate our advancement in the magic arcane arts. First things first, let's keep that buff up, and I forgot to quick slot Bound Claymore. I'm gonna put it in 7. Yeah, I'm just here, you know. No need to worry. Another magical potion. There. This is pretty cool, because if there ever comes a time when I'm completely unarmed and stripped of all my gear, I can just conjure up a full set of armor and weapons and an entourage. It's pretty awesome. I should start saving up my magicka for rebuffing. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna more earnestly follow her instead of just thinking Garfew's crazy, because maybe he's not crazy. And this is just one giant cult of a town. And he probably is crazy, but, you know. I wonder how close I am now. 98, almost 99. You may be seeing a Flash Atronach tonight. Alright, time to start saving up for the Fortified Shell buff. Yo. It would be one of the mastery ones. What immediately comes to mind would be a spectral warrior, but honestly maybe a gnarl too, but I'd have to summon a gnarl before I can really tell for sure. Yeah, I'm more of a Wraith kind of guy, so... like a Wraith Knight type thing, so Spectral Warrior really fits that, but... yeah, I don't know. Probably Spectral Warrior, though. Unless I summon Gnarl, and that really clicks with me. What? Why did you run to me?
A pleasure to speak. Bye.
I'm supposed to be leaving now? Oh, I can still move. Why art thou following me?
I need you to leave so I can lock up.
Oh, okay. Wait, what is the time exactly? 11:19 a.m. I'll guard my... No. No guards. How close are we now? So close to our first mastery. No. I'm not too sure if she's going to be doing something suspicious or not, so... Nope. Goddamn Oblivion AI and their aim hacks.
Excuse me, but you have to leave now. I need to lock up.
I'm invisible and you're still tracking me. Fine, I'll assume you're an upstanding citizen here. So did I get a bounty from that? No. Should be over here, right? No bounty. Yeah, where'd you say the cave
A
was?
pleasure to speak with you. Try the big goblin den called Derelict Mine, out east along the Gold Road.
Yeah, we went in the completely opposite direction then.
Be seeing you.
Yeah, blocking does cut off some of the animation. It's like a third of a second here, a third of a second there. Well, ain't that fantastic. First mastery. First thing I'm gonna do. In case this gets me in trouble. That's quite interesting. Do you even have eyes? Kinda hard to see when you're so tall. Either they're closed or they're missing. I gotta see what a gnarl is. Ooh, this is pretty cool. Don't think it'd be my stand, but... Huh. You even have eyes. Weird kind of elvish face. You just heal yourself. I think you just healed yourself. Alright. so that was rebuff, and then I can summon a Storm Atronach now. But what I think I really want, that costs 200 magicka. How much do I have? 290 total. Oh, that's gonna cost most of everything. Hey, you're healing yourself periodically. Spectral Warrior is alright. Although if my stand happens to be the one that I've summoned the most, it hands down the Scamp. You know the Scamp has been my savior many a time. Now, where was it? Storm Atro. There goes the Flesh Atronach. Oh ho! Ain't that neat? Yeah, I'd like to see anybody get through this. Really. What the hell are they gonna do? I can just keep summoning them. Is there like a balcony into our house or something?
No time to talk.
What with the green arrow though? It's probably playing where Arthur wants to meet up. I can also summon Dremora. I didn't buy that spell earlier, but I remember that from a merchant somewhere. I can buy summon Dremora Champion or Dremora Lord or something. Get a freaking king. Okay. That's one way to run. That's one way to run.
No time to talk.
Oh. Right. The heck is this? What? It is a chainsaw sword. Pretty rudimentary one. Oh my god. Oh. God, that's fantastic. Alright, and what about this one? Really gives the impression of lightning, but it doesn't look all that interesting. You also have to actually hit something with it. You know what? Now's a good time for Summon Skeleton. Whoa! And it has Soul Trap on it? Oh, that's great. Soul Trap and what looked like a shock damage, too. Okay. What's the attack speed? And it seems like Claymore speed. Yeah, that's Claymore speed. Oh, I can load it with a shield, so that's alright. Yeah, it is a little bit, because it's a bit too slapdash. Like, really, you can tell that they just pasted the Dremora Longsword models onto it to give you the sides. The handle doesn't even fully line up. That said, it's pretty awesome nonetheless. I have a feeling this is probably better than any kind of sword I can find in game. Unless I heavily enchant it. I mean heavily enchant it. So, remember when I said Conjuration might be useless for me? I could not have been more wrong.
My children are starving.
Oh, where is she? She's still in her house. It is 2:51. I haven't the faintest clue what she's doing. I really, really just want to quit the game, go onto UESB, and find out what the heck's going on with this quest. Instead of being left hanging, but at the same time, I don't want to A, stop the stream, B, increase stability by alt-tabbing, and C, kind of spoil the whole mystery for myself here. So feel free to look it up on your own. I'm not gonna here. Wait, there's no balcony for her? Huh. It's only one way in. Yeah, I don't know what my default summon will be now. Like, the Seducer and the Saint were pretty damn good since they can self-heal and cast spells, and oh my god, they were great. But now I have even better stuff. Ah. So I don't think I ever summoned the Skeleton Archer. Let's change that. Hello. You could replace the Imp, especially if those are magic arrows you're going to use. Which means I can go hide the Imp. Let's see. Oh, there's also a Reanimate Corpse. That'll probably get me in trouble with the law. Maybe. Probably not. I mean, it's not illegal, it's just banned by the Mages Guild. Skeleton Lord. If I want to have a skeleton party, I'd use it, but... Curious to see what the sword is now, though. So it should scale with me at least a little bit. For the Mythic Dawn armor. Do I want to keep the Bound Order Claymore? Because I've got the Bound Chain Blade. I'll take the Bound Chain Blade. Symbols, Bywog, Scamp we can get rid of. Spriggan I'm kind of never going to summon again. Imp, what I wanted to hide. I guess hide the Bound Order sword, because we're just going to use the Mastery swords now. I guess I'll stick with Summon Bear still, because... who knows? And these still aren't on the list, Summon Skeletons. It's like an outdated mod. I think that was the last update in like 2008. Something like that. And there's no other mods like it, so it's really unfortunate. There's mods to delete spells, but this one's better because it's only a temporary delete. Right, I want to test out Skeleton Lord. How are you? Dwemer Claymore. You've got Dwemer arrows, so you two can go together. But how would it be when I level up? Because Dwemer might be my tier right now. I'll have to check it out when I get to 20. Alright, I should put Candlelight back in because I'm done training. Eyes of Midnight are alright. Go. Just that I chose to not sneak so I can train my light armor and block skills and whatnot, instead of being a stealth archer all the time. Alright, having some bone followers is pretty cool. And then we just have our random skeleton. All naked. No, I'm supposed to be following her, and I think I will. Just, I really want to go check the Mage's Guild out. See if someone has that whole Summon Dremora Champion spell.
I hope I can help. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you. Be seeing you.
I hope I can help.
Oh, you aren't selling spells right
Goodbye.
now.
I hope I can help. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
Alright, let's see. Full insane armor, I don't know about that. Yeah, see, these spells shouldn't show up because I know them, but the spellbook technically deletes them. I could get Wabba Summon, but... it's a Wabba Jack, that's just not good. Yeah, I suppose so.
You too.
Hugh
Good day.
Hassan. I might have been in
Only
Shaden
quality
Hall.
goods for sale here. What
Not
can
gonna
I
lie.
interest you? Farewell.
Alright. Actually, there's something I've been curious about, and that's if there's friendly fire with the summons. I know the particle effect goes on there, and I've been hit by my Scamp's fireballs before, but they didn't deal damage to me. And I might not be dealing damage to my summons, even though they're getting caught up in the AoE. I can more easily test that with the skeleton summon. Obviously, if I directly attack them, then they get hurt, but they just get caught up in combat. People are going to keep saying I smell like death.
Good to see you.
I'll also say I have the eyes of a marksman. I don't have much more to train here, I guess. What magic to train now? I don't have any self spells in destruction, so. Mysticism? Maybe. It's almost 75. Could get Alteration to Mastery, but I feel like I should try to catch up something else. Like Restoration or Illusion. Illusion's kind of a side gig for me. Use it for night vision and light spells. I know that at Mastery it gives you paralysis spells, which are pretty nifty. Until then, it's stuff that I'm not terribly fond of. Sort by cost to find the highest cost. Greater restore health. Plus greater willpower. have to check if it works. That was a slight increase in XP. So I'll go for, say, 100 Magicka. Yeah, also a slight increase. Alright, I can just spam that. Maybe. Slot. Agas Restoration. Let's put that. Any more Magicka Restore potions? I've got the sorcery potions, but I'm saving those for combat. I mean, like the overtime pots that I made a while ago. I think I burnt through them all. Yeah, I did. I'd use the weak potions, though. I have a bunch of strong and normal potions. Restore health pots are the same blue as for sorcery. Yeah, still not journeyman yet. Alright, there goes the weak pots.
Have mercy. Just
Dude, no one's going into her house. No one's really coming out. I don't think there was a basement, but I could check for one. Whoops. Alright, if Shivaraza is doing what I think she is, if there's some... Never mind, I should stay on the stakeout. I have to show that another day.
sir. I got nothing to eat. I'm saving up enough for some medicine. Thank you, kind sir. Blessings upon you.
You just say I knew. Man, I don't think anybody really remembered that god. What is she doing? So, she went in there like in the morning.
How do you do?
Because of the rain?
Hello there. Oh, it's you. We have no emperor. And no air. That's never happened before. I suppose we should all be worried.
I just don't think about it. The Elder Council will take care of things. Sooner or later.
Really? Good day.
How do you do?
I'm really tempted to just pick my way back in there and check up on her. Oh, guard. Alright, so in that basement.
If you don't mind, I have things to do. Would you leave now, please?
Oh, whoops. Alright, just checking out some stuff. Still makes me visible. Anything else you got going on here? No? Okay.
Hi there.
Spare a coin for the infant.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late, huh?
You look skilled in alteration. Maybe you can teach me something.
Well, I don't have the option to train you, so I guess not. If only I could fit.
Should you need something, I will be happy to oblige. Well met. For you, of course. I'd buy sweet rolls from Salmo the baker any day. Once I was carrying a sweet roll when 3 thugs attacked me. So I took the sweet roll. Be seeing you.
In case there's any actual credence to Glarthir's craziness, I'm gonna actually do the spying. I'll report to him the truth, that his suspicions are false, but I need to prove them false myself first. And not do a half-assed job, because maybe just 1 hour of the day, he actually goes to meet with a bunch of Daedra cultists. They're plotting Glarthir's death, I have no idea.
Well met.
Have pity.
Oh, I know what I should be doing. Oh, that's right, I shouldn't. I should never use that before, without saving first. Restoration, where was it? Kind of respite? Also want to check out what Restore Hardiness was. Alright, Restore Hardiness was, yes, Restore Endurance and Strength. I mean, it barely costs anything now, but if I combine it with my acrobatics training, I won't run out of fatigue. I bet she feels pretty menaced right now. I mean, I was in her home for like all of midday, just conjuring swords and beasts out of nowhere, but mostly swords. Now I'm just jumping outside of her home while casting who knows what spells. Like, this has to be some kind of weird-ass day for her. And I bet she can't really even turn to the guard because I'm friends with the guard. I'm friends with her, so she may not even suspect anything to begin with. Huh. Really thought of it like that. Come on, there we go. Bust up. I doubt I'm getting much of any XP for this. I've not seen a skill up in forever. I'm gonna restore my quick slots. That, and then for training I'll make 3 weaker heal spell. Bet she's asleep today, huh?
You're a sneaky little sort.
I've been called a sneaky sort. I don't know what to make of that. 'Cause I feel proud that I'm sneaky, but that also means he's a bit suspicious of me. Well, only one thing to do there.
Something I can help you with. All right. Don't... Yeah. What a... Sorry. I don't get it. You think that's funny? Don't... Really? Interesting. Well done. What none? Yeah. What a dumb joke. What? I wish I could say that. Don't... What a dumb joke. What none? Really? Sorry. No more. You're frightening me. You're good.
And I have no reason to be suspicious. Yeah, I think she's asleep by now. But who knows? I'll stop at midnight. Not wait while I'm there. Still no level up. There it goes. Now I'm 59. Let's see. What? Fuck. Push notification just went off. I don't know what. I think it was a follow. I forgot I set that and it's still going. I don't have a preview up, so I don't actually know who just followed. I set it to the detection or alert sound for foes from entering Odyssey, so that startled the bejesus out of me. I mean, confused me for like half a second, because this is Oblivion. Hey there, Garthier. Oh, right. Garthier. Getting close. My absolute first instinct, not gonna lie, was to immediately do a 180. That's the only place a foe could come from. Forget how I was seeing notifications before. Because while I can enable like a preview of the stream in OBS, that tends to take up a lot of the GPU to the point that it could like have the frame rate I have in game. So I keep that off. But I might have figured out a way besides that. I don't remember. Oh, I can enter a house. Hello there.
I hope I can help.
Yep.
Take care.
Time 11:25. I'll call the stakeout here if Arthur is ready to talk.
So, you saw Bernadette Penniless, did you? She was watching me and following me, wasn't she? Really? That is surprising. I was sure she was watching me. Ah, of course. The gold. Here. But there is someone else I need you to investigate.
A repeat customer, eh?
Tutius Sextius. Do you know him? A quiet fellow. Appears harmless enough. But I've identified him as one of my key suspects. He's a clever one, no doubt about it. Eyes in the back of his head. Always seems to know when I'm watching. But that's where you come in. You should wait outside his house and see what he does when he's not watching me. I'll meet you here tomorrow night to get your report.
I kind of feel like I should just take a break from this and go out to that goblin mine to the east. But at the same time,
I still can hardly believe she wasn't watching me. But
gotta finish what I started.
To be able to finally stop worrying about her. He lives in the large house between the Low Gate and the East Bridge, alone. Suspicious, don't you think?
I think most people live alone in this town.
Don't let Tutius Sextius catch you following him. He's much more dangerous than...
Don't worry, I have invisibility. Just poof out of there anytime I want. A house which was between the low and the high gates? Oh, I thought it was a crop of mushrooms, to be honest. there's a forge here. And I don't have anything. I haven't been fighting anything. Ah. Oh, here it is. That's quite the house. Alright, my bloodlust is running out, so let's go. So just what is my HP now? It was a lot higher than it used to be. 219. Oh, that's great. Now, what was the potion I had? Or health, probably. Yeah, probably that was it. Alright, now, I want to try out Gnarl combat. That's clearly a tree ant. I said it was along the road. I don't know if I should take this dirt path out to the side or if I should just keep following the road. Ah. Forgot it was the potion and that was the last one too. I remember that much. I top off my HP. Oh, I topped it off. There's a camp right here. I don't want to use the compass because it's just like, how could I see through a hill that there's a location there? But at the same time, some locations are just like, you would have no idea it's there unless you really stumbled upon it without the compass. Oh, this camp's kind of far. Oh, that's a troll. See how you fight. Ooh, some kind of illusion magic. We just shredded that troll. Barely any damage. But it's now no damage. Yeah, this camp's way out. Is it a bandit camp or a camp? Bandit camp. Oh, you just summoned a bound axe. Ow. Heck, you just cast on me. Silence. Is that like a damage spell or something? Oh. Took you a while to catch up, huh? Oh, let's refresh that. Now then, back to the road. Oh, hey, a way shrine. Yay! I got the blessing from Kinnereth. So I guess I don't need a soul trap spell or a soul trap sword anymore because of that bound order spell. Bound order sword I've got. Oh my. No. Let's see how you guys do it. I'm not gonna get involved this time. It kind of seems a bit outmatched here. I killed one goblin. Oh, you're almost... are you? Oh, you're pretty solid there. Wow, you're beefy. Carl's pretty solid. Although his targeting seems to be a bit bad. We hadn't spent so much time trying to idle or get to a target that's out in range, but technically out of range. We may have actually done more damage there. How's the Shamble gonna work? Shamble's much lower tier. I remember using it in a cave and finding its attack range to be pitifully short. You think use those bones on its back as the weapons, but but it has something like arm blades or something, wrist blades out of bones. This is those like claws. I got one. Ah, yeah, you almost died it too. There are weakened as well. Alright, so Shambles is alright if I want a low-cost minion. Melee fighters anyways. This is going to throw me off so much, because they change colors, so it looks like a different plant. Again, it's a mod that does this. Harvest Flora is the mod that changes the model, because normally when you harvest a plant, nothing changes about it, you just harvested it, and now you can't interact with it. The mod changes it so that the model actually changes, so it looks like you picked something. Alright, so Gnarl's there. It's fine and dandy. I want to see a Flesh Atronach. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll deal with you myself. Oh, yes. Exactly the kind of situation I'm looking for. Oh my. Wow, this Flash Astronaut's pretty solid. There's just some weird movements too. And oh, it self-heals. Oh, that's great. Steel armor for the most part. Oh, interesting. Well, Flash Atronach is now probably even better than the Gnarl physical. I'm assuming that illusion spell the Gnarl casts is Silence, which means the Gnarl will be a great mage slayer. Flash Atro is kind of like a giant version of a gold standard Arc Seducer, maybe. So that leaves... I'm going to check out this one. It should be weaker, but it ought to be immune to physical weapons, so it should be good enough for goblins. I don't... How? Yeah, I guess just blowing up, really. Not too impressive on the damage, really. But it is immune to physical attack, so that's nice. However, Spectral Ward may be better. Yeah, Flesh Atro's worn off. Besides, there's no way the Flesh Atronach can fit through these ways. Really, Iron Longsword. The mist up top. That's some more troll sound effects for sure. Jesus. I mean, it might be the two of them combined. Wait, they're fighting now? Okay. Pretty clear you're the victor. Oh, that's... Dang, this guy's gnarly. The destruction effect for sure. It's either like disintegrate armor or just directly damages health with those attacks. Jesus. That's a load door. That's a load door. What's another one I haven't tried out? I'd like to give Summon Skeleton Lord a fair shot again. Maybe the Storm Atronach? I think a Skeleton Lord won't be that impressive. Live from the first go. I don't expect him to win this. It's already a pretty bad start, honestly. Bugged out. I'll just resummon. Oh, Glass Claymore. A Frost enchantment on it, too. Yeah, you got that one. Oh, I might be taking damage from that. Slap. Are you fleeing? Fleeing. I'm over encumbered, so you do you. Oh, that's a lot of meat. I gotta take that later. Oh, this is a good spot. Followed it into the freaking load door. That bonus stat, though. Probably cleaner with stuff. Probably Kenworth. Alright, so time to harvest the food. Shepherd's pie. Novice one. Okay. And now, so Skeleton Lord's kind of RNG. Depends what kind of sword he spawns in with and whether the AI picks the right target, I suppose. Also has shorter attack range than you'd really want. Doesn't swing his sword too well. Right, repairs. Give me that XP. I have a lot to sell after the stream. And a lot to brew. Oopsie daisy. Well, I think instead I'll cancel, because I could be running a little bit of spell making. I could do. Yeah, I have. Yes, I can absorb each of the 3 attributes now. I don't know if I can. I can't re-enchant an item, can I? Alright. Okay. Now then, which is the next one to try out? Storm Atronach, of course. Whoa, that's a lot of goblins. Bonsai! Oh, right. Oh, now it's going to. Well, I know how to fix that. That was quite something to walk into. I have a lot of bodies to loot. Yeah, I'm seeing most. Oh, Goblin Totem Staff. Yeah, This is a little bit of past through knowledge, but goblins will do just about anything to seize their totem. Like, they'll defend their totem. Goblins will defend their totem as viciously as most colony-type insects will defend their queen. The same symbology to it. There's the other door. I see a door there that's probably a load door. I don't know what's going on up here. I don't know what was going on up here. Did they like corner a rival king or something? Either way, I got to try out my destruction spells for a while. Apparently goblins are carrying around a good bit of lockpicks, because I'm gaining them now. Any chests? I don't see any chests. Yay. I don't think that was really a good test of the storm outro. That Spectral Ward would have really shown there, because just immune to all damage that's non-magical. And deals so much damage himself. Oh man. Ah, that's kind of terrifying. Where's the other spot? Other load door somewhere. Let's check the local map. That way's out. 7:54 a.m. So yeah, Glarther's gonna have to wait, eh? Yeah, this is where I came from. I'll have to go this way. Here it is. This seems like new turf. I wonder where that fall down area goes to. I'm sure I'll find the bottom of it eventually, but I'm tempted to just jump down there right now. Place is looking familiar, but not. Ah, here's the bottom of the ravine. Here. Shock spells aren't doing too much. Very curious to see what the melee is for a storm action. I'm just seeing the lightning bolts. Oh, it took out one goblin eventually. Dagger, Iron War Axe. These goblins were ill equipped. Out of heal potions. There. That's kind of it, isn't it? Yeah, for what I brought with me. Yeah, so far unimpressed by the Storm Atronach. Could be used as a ranged attacker, but bulky build made me think it was a melee fighter. Well then. Running again. Oh, I thought that would contain food. Said I picked up clothes. Well, Storm Atro's working his magic. Oh. That wasn't the Storm Atro. What? It drains fatigue. That's what's going on. Wondering why they were just poofing into the air all of a sudden. Either that's like the death knell, or God, I think it drains fatigue. So remember when I just kind of fell over in Shadenhall? Didn't know what happened? Well, in looking up drain fatigue versus damage fatigue in UESP, I read that if you bring an enemy's fatigue down to negative numbers, they pass out, which has the same effect as paralysis, where they just fall over on the ground. Normally you can't hit negative just on your own. That stops you at 0. But if you have something like a spell effect, that can bring you down to negative. And so, in Shadenhall, when I fell over, it's because I unbound the toggle spell, which apparently caused fatigue, and that put me in the negative, and so I fell over. Why these guys are bouncing is probably a combination of drain fatigue and shock damage. The shock would give them the bounce, while the drain fatigue would make them ragdoll. Either way, this is... Bound Order is a real gnarly spell. Or, it's a gnarly sword. Now to try out the Bound Chainblade. Block's not impressive. Oh, it most certainly deals a lot of damage on power attack. Yeah, the normal attacks aren't that impressive, but the power attack seems to be pretty strong. All these septums. And buff some refreshing. Ah, the Bound Chainblade's almost over. Barely even got to use it. Hello? Why is there a log trap here? Yeah, that deals a lot of damage even through block. Some kind of effect on kill though, but it doesn't show up on the normal hits, so I don't know what it is. obviously not Soul Trap. That's the only on-death effect that I know of. Is this technically a blunt weapon? I assumed it's a blade weapon, but it might technically be a blunt weapon. I don't know. If I can get a... If I have a two-handed... anything. Don't. I explored everything then. This section anyways. God, this move speed. Move speed is ridiculous. Not even the top move speed either. It was like the 70s last I checked. Yeah, 75. Oh, we can go so much faster. Here we are, on our way out. So the chain blade has some kind of enchantment, but I don't know what. The effect only appears on death.
This is a holdup. Hand it over or die. Actually, that's the way this one prefers it.
It's been so long since we've been accosted by a highwayman. What? I just instantly killed him. Is it like a chance to instant kill or something? I mean, that would make sense if the effect only appears on death. I can't help but think it's like a drain health or something kind of enchant. Also, I'm gonna tail this guy for today, report to Glarthier, and end the stream there. Like 3 hours is a good time for the weekend streams. Just don't want to leave it off midway the whole tail in him. I know there's more to this, but, you know, this specific part. Okay.
A coin for an old beggar. Who will help an old beggar?
Oh, that's totally right.
What is it? Oh, hello.
It's all the time shifts, I've honestly forgotten about that. Well, I guess we can do this whole spying bit tomorrow. We can get on with the reading today. For a bit of light and a bit of company. I'm not going to read A Dance of Fire until I have all 7 volumes, and let me tell you, A Dance in Fire is a good book. Let's start. A Brief History of the Empire. I want to read that. And plus, I do not want to try singing a Less Rude song, because, well, I can try, but I will only try. Before the rule of Tiber Septim, all Tamriel was in chaos. The poet Tracheses called that period of continuous unrest days and nights of blood and venom. The kings were a petty lot of grasping tyrants who fought Tiber's attempts to bring order to the land. They were as disorganized as they were dissolute, and the strong hand of Septim brought peace forcibly to Tamriel. The year was 2E 896. The following year, the emperor declared the beginning of a new era. Thus began the third era, Year Aught. For 38 years, the Emperor Tiber reigned supreme. It was a lawful, pious, and glorious age, when justice was known to one and all, from serf to sovereign. On Tiber's death, it reigned for an entire fortnight, as the land of Tamriel itself was weeping. The Emperor's grandson, Pelagius, came to the throne. Though his reign was short, he was as strong and resolute as his father had been. Tamriel could have enjoyed a continuation of the Golden Age. Alas, an unknown enemy of the Septim family hired that accursed organization of cutthroats, the Dark Brotherhood, to kill the Emperor Pelagius I as he knelt at prayer at the Temple of the One in the Imperial City. Pelagius I's reign lasted less than 3 years. Pelagius had no living children, so the crown imperial passed to his first cousin, daughter of Tiber's brother Agnerith. Kintira, former queen of Silvanmar, assumed the throne as Kintira I. Her reign was blessed with prosperity and good harvests, and she herself was an avid patroness of art, music, and dance. Kintira's son was crowned after her death, the first emperor of Tamriel to use the imperial name Uriel. Uriel I was the great lawmaker of the Septim dynasty, and a promoter of independent organizations and guilds. Under his kind but firm hand, the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild increased in prominence throughout Tamriel. His son and successor Uriel II reigned for 18 years, from the death of Uriel I in 3E64 to Pelagius II's accession in 3E82. Tragically, the rule of Uriel II was cursed with blights, plagues, and insurrections. The tenderness he inherited from his father did not serve Tamriel well, and little justice was done. Pelagius II inherited not only the throne from his father, but the debt from the latter's poor financial and judicial management. Pelagius dismissed all of the Elder Council and allowed only those willing to pay great sums to resume their seats. He encouraged similar acts among his vassals, the kings of Tamriel, and by the end of his 17-year reign, Tamriel had returned to prosperity. His critics, however, suggested that any advisor possessed of wisdom but not of gold had been summarily ousted by Pelagius. This may have led to some of the troubles his son Antiochus faced when he in turn became emperor. Antiochus was certainly one of the more flamboyant members of the usually austere Septim family. He had numerous mistresses and nearly as many wives, and was renowned for the grandeur of his dress and his high good humor. Unfortunately, his reign was rife with civil war, surpassing even that of his grandfather, Uriel II. The War of the Isle in 3E 110, 12 years after Antiochus assumed the throne, nearly took the province of Somerset Isle away from Tamriel. The united alliance of the kings of Somerset and Antiochus only managed to defeat King Orium of the island kingdom of Pannonia due to a freak storm. Legend credits the Sigic Order of the Isle of Artaeum with the sorcery behind the Tempest. The story of Kintira II, heiress to her father Antiochus' throne, is certainly one of the saddest tales in imperial history. Her first cousin Uriel, son of Queen Potema of Solitude, accused Kintira of being a bastard, alluding to the infamous decadence of the imperial city during her father's reign. When this accusation failed to stop her coronation, Uriel bought the support of several disgruntled kings of High Rock, Skyrim, and Morrowind, and with Queen Potema's assistance, he coordinated 3 attacks on the Septim Empire. The first attack occurred in the Iliac Bay region, which separates High Rock and Hammerfell. Kintira's entourage was massacred and the Empress taken captive. For 2 years, Kintira II languished in an imperial prison believed to be somewhere in Glen Point or Glenmoral before she was slain in her cell under mysterious circumstances. The second attack was on a series of imperial garrisons along the coastal Morrowind Islands. The Empress's consort Contin Eryx fell defending the forts. The third and final attack was a siege of the imperial city itself, occurring after the Elder Council had split up the army to attack western High Rock and eastern Morrowind. The weakened government had little defense against Uriel's determined aggression, and capitulated after only a fortnight of resistance. Uriel took the throne that same evening and proclaimed himself Uriel III, Emperor of Tamriel. The year was 3E 121. Thus began the War of the Red Diamond, described in Volume 2 of the series. Volume 1 of this series described in brief the lives of the first 8 emperors of the Septim dynasty, beginning with the glorious Tiber Septim and ending with his great-great-great-grandniece, Kintira II. Kintira's murder in Glen Point while in captivity is considered by some to be the end of the purest strain of Septim blood in the imperial family. Certainly it marks the end of something significant. Uriel III not only proclaimed himself Emperor of Tamriel, but also Uriel Septim III, taking the eminent surname as a title. In truth, his surname was Mantiarcho from his father's line. In time, Uriel III was deposed and his crimes reviled, but the tradition of taking the name Septim as a title for the Emperor of Tamriel did not die with him. For 6 years, the War of the Red Diamond, which takes its name from the Septim family's famous badge, tore the Empire apart. The combatants were the 3 surviving children of Pelagius II, Potema, Cephorus, and Magnus, and their various offspring. Potema, of course, supported her son Uriel III, and had the combined support of all of Skyrim and northern Morrowind. With the efforts of Cephorus and Magnus, however, the province of High Rock turned coat. The province of Hammerfell, Somerset Isle, Valenwood, Elsewhere, and Blackmarsh were divided in their loyalty, but most kings supported Cephorus and Magnus. In 3E 127, Uriel III was captured at the Battle of Ichidag in Hammerfell. En route to his trial in the Imperial City, a mob overtook his prisoner's carriage and burned him alive within it. His captor and uncle continued on to the Imperial City, and by common acclaim was proclaimed Cephorus I, Emperor of Tamriel. Cephorus' reign was marked by nothing but war. By all accounts, he was a kind and intelligent man, for what Tamriel needed was a great warrior, and he, fortunately, was that. It took an additional 10 years of constant warfare for him to defeat his sister Potema, the so-called Wolf Queen of Solitude, who died in the siege of her city-state in the year 137. There is a book series about her. I remember seeing it in Skyrim. Maybe we'll see it in Oblivion. Cephorus survived his sister by only 3 years. He never had time during the war years to marry, so it was his brother, the 4th child of Pelagius II, who assumed the throne. The Emperor Magnus was already elderly when he took up the imperial diadem. The business of punishing the traitorous kings of the War of the Red Diamond drained much of his remaining strength. Legend accuses Magnus's son and their heir Pelagius III of patricide, but that seems highly unlikely, for no other reason than that Pelagius was king of Solitude following the death of Potema, and seldom visited the imperial city. Pelagius III, sometimes called Pelagius the Mad, was proclaimed emperor in the 145th year of the Third Era. Almost from the start, his eccentricities of behavior were noted at court. He embarrassed dignitaries, offended his vassal kings, and on one occasion marked the end of imperial grand ball by attempting to hang himself. His long-suffering wife was finally awarded the regency of Tamriel, and Pelagius III was sent to a series of healing institutions and asylums until his death in 3E 153 at the age of 34. The Empress Regent of Tamriel was proclaimed Empress Kataraya I upon the death of her husband. Some who do not mark the end of the Septim bloodline with the death of Kintira II consider the ascendancy of this dark elf woman the true mark of its decline. Her defenders, on the other hand, assert that though Kataraya was not descended from Tiber, the son she had with Pelagius was, so the imperial chain did continue. Despite racist assertions to the contrary, Kataraya's 46-year reign was one of the most celebrated in Tamriel's history. Uncomfortable in the imperial city, Kataraya traveled extensively throughout the empire, such as no emperor ever had since Tiber's day. She repaired much of the damage that previous emperors' broken alliances and bungled diplomacy created. The people of Tamriel came to love their empress far more than the nobility did. Kataraya's death in a minor skirmish in Blackmarsh is a favorite subject of conspiracy-minded historians. Sage Montalius' discovery for existence of a disenfranchised branch of the Septim family and their involvement with the skirmish was a revelation indeed. When Cassander assumed the throne upon the death of his mother, he was already middle-aged. Only half-elven, he aged like a Breton. In fact, he had left the rule of Wayrest to his half-brother Uriel due to poor health. Nevertheless, as the only true blood relation of Pelagius and thus Tiber, he was pressed into accepting the throne. No one's surprise, Emperor Cassander's reign did not last long. In 2 years, he joined his predecessors in eternal slumber. Uriel Lariat, Cassander's half-brother and the child of Kataraya I and her imperial consort Galavir Lariat, after the death of Pelagius III, left the kingdom of Wayrest to reign as Uriel IV. Legally, Uriel IV was a septim. Cassander had adopted him into the royal family when he had become king of Wayrest. Nevertheless, to the council and the people of Tamriel, he was a bastard child of Kataraya. Uriel did not possess the dynamism of his mother, and his long 43-year reign was a hotbed of sedition. Uriel IV's story is told in the 3rd volume of this series. The first volume of the series told in brief the story of the succession of the first 8 emperors of the Septim dynasty, from Tiber I to Tiber II. The second volume described the War of the Red Diamond and the 6 emperors that followed its aftermath, from Uriel III to Cassander I. At the end of that volume, it was described how the Emperor Cassander's half-brother Uriel IV assumed the throne of the Empire of Tamriel. It will be recalled that Uriel IV was not a septim by birth. His mother, though she reigned as empress for many years, was a dark elf married to a true septim emperor, Pelagius III. Uriel's father was actually Kataraya I's consort after Pelagius' death, a Breton nobleman named Galavir Lariat. Before taking the throne of Empire, Cassander I had ruled the kingdom of Wayrest, but poor health had forced him to retire. Cassander had no children, so he legally adopted his half-brother Uriel and abdicated the kingdom. 7 years later, Cassander inherited the empire at the death of his mother. 3 years after that, Uriel once again found himself the recipient of Cassander's inheritance. Uriel IV's reign was a long and difficult one. Despite being a legally adopted member of the Septim family, and despite the Lariat family his high position, indeed, they were distant cousins of the Septims, few of the Elder Council could be persuaded to accept him fully as a blood descendant of Tiber. The council had assumed much responsibility during Kataraya I's long reign, Cassander I's short one, and a strong-willed alien monarch like Uriel IV found it impossible to command their unswerving fealty. Time and again, the council and emperor were at odds, and time and again, the council won the battles. Since the days of Pelagius II, the Elder Council had consisted of the wealthiest men and women in the empire, and the power they wielded was conclusive. The council's last victory over Uriel IV was posthumous. Andorak, Uriel IV's son, was disinherited by vote of council, and a cousin more closely related to the original septim line was proclaimed Kepharos II in 3E247. For the first 9 years of Kepharos II's reign, those loyal to Andorak battled the imperial forces in an act that the sage Arantine called Tiber Septim's heart beating no more. The council granted Andorak the High Rock Kingdom of Shornhelm to end the war, and Andorak's descendants still rule there. By and large, Kepharos II had foes that demanded more of his attention than Andorak. From out of a Cimmerian nightmare, in the words of Arantine, a man who called himself the Camoran usurper led an army of Daedra and undead warriors on a rampage through Valenwood, conquering kingdom after kingdom. Few could resist his onslaughts, and as month turned bloody month, in the year 3E249, even fewer tried. Kepharos II sent more and more mercenaries into Hammerfell to stop the usurper's northward march. They were bribed or slaughtered and raised as undead. The story of the Cameron usurper deserves a book of its own, and is recommended that the reader find Pollux Ilthres, The Fall of the Usurper, for more detail. In short, however, the destruction of the forces of the usurper had little to do with the efforts of the emperor. The result was a great regional victory and an increase in hostility toward the seemingly inefficacious empire. Uriel V, Kepharos II's son and successor, swiveled opinion back toward the latent power of the empire. Turning the attention of Tamriel away from internal strife, Uriel V embarked on a series of invasions, beginning almost from the moment he took the throne, in 3E268. Uriel V conquered Roscrea in 271, Cathnaque in 276, Ineslia in 279, and Esroniet in 284. In 3E288, he embarked on his most ambitious enterprise, the invasion of the continent kingdom of Akavir. This ultimately proved a failure, for 2 years later, Uriel V was killed in Akavir on the battlefield of Lyonith. Nevertheless, Uriel V holds a reputation second only to Tiber as one of the two great warrior emperors of Tamriel. The last four emperors, beginning with Uriel V's infant son, are described in the fourth and final volume of the series. Yeah, that's probably because it's abridged. It's a brief history, after all. Because if we get into more detailed stuff, and a lot of stuff that just isn't recorded, oh boy, I still don't know if it gets as horrific as real world history, but damn, it at least gets bizarre. Anywho, the first book of this series described in brief the first 8 emperors of the Septim Dynasty, beginning with Tiber I. The second volume described the War of the Red Diamond and the 6 emperors who followed. The third volume described the troubles of the next 3 emperors, the frustrated Uriel IV, the ineffectual Kepharos II, and the heroic Uriel V. On Uriel V's death across the sea in distant, hostile Akavir, Uriel VI was but 5 years old. In fact, Uriel VI was born only shortly before his father left for Akavir. Uriel V's only other progeny, by a morganatic alliance, were the twins Marhatha and Eloisa, who had been born a month after Uriel V left. Uriel VI was crowned in the 290th year of the Third Era. The imperial consort Thonica, as the boy's mother, was given a restricted regency until Uriel VI reached his majority. The Elder Council retained the real power, as they had ever since the days of Catariah I. The Council so enjoyed its unlimited and unrestricted freedom to promulgate laws and generate profits that Uriel VI was not given full license to rule until 307, when he was already 22 years old. He had been slowly assuming positions of responsibility for years, but both the Council and his mother, who enjoyed even her limited regency, were loath to hand over the reins. By the time he came to the throne, the mechanisms of government gave him little power except for that of the imperial veto. This power, however, he regularly and vigorously exercised. By 313, Uriel VI could boast with conviction that he truly did rule Tamriel. He utilized defunct spy networks and guard units to bully and coerce the difficult members of the Elder Council. His half-sister, Morihatha, was, not surprisingly, his staunchest ally, especially after her marriage to Baron Ulfa Garrison of Winterhold brought her considerable wealth and influence. As the sage Ugarich said, Uriel V conquered Esroniet, but Uriel VI conquered the Elder Council. When Uriel VI fell off a horse and could not be resuscitated by the finest Imperial healers, his beloved sister, Morihatha, took up the Imperial tiara. At 25 years of age, she had been described by, admittedly self-serving, diplomats as the most beautiful creature in all of Tamriel. She was certainly well-learned, vivacious, athletic, and a well-practiced politician. She brought the Archmagister of Skyrim to the Imperial City and created the second Imperial Battle Mage since the days of Tiber Septim. Morihatha finished the job her brother had begun and made the Imperial Province a true government under the Empress, and later, the Emperor. Outside the Imperial Province, however, the Empire had been slowly disintegrating. Open revolutions and civil wars had raged unchallenged since the days of her grandfather Kepharis II. Carefully coordinating her counterattacks, Morihatha slowly claimed back her rebellious vassals, always avoiding overextending herself. Though Morihatha's military campaigns were remarkably successful, her deliberate pace often frustrated the council. One councilman, an Argonian who took the Colovian name of Thorocles Romus, furious at her refusal to send troops to his troubled Black Marsh, is commonly believed to have hired assassins who claimed her life in 3E399. Romus was summarily tried and executed, though he protested his innocence to the last. Morihatha had no surviving children, and Eloisa had died of a fever 4 years before. Eloisa's 25-year-old son, Pelagius, was thus crowned Pelagius IV. Pelagius IV continued his aunt's work, slowly bringing back under his wing the radical and refractory kingdoms, duchies, and baronies of the empire. He exercised Morihatha's poise and circumspect pace in his endeavors, but alas, he did not attain her success. The kingdoms have been free of constraint for so long that even a benign imperial presence was considered odious. Nevertheless, when Pelagius died after a notably stable and prosperous 29-year reign, Tamriel was closer to unity than it had been since the days of Uriel I. A current emperor, His Awesome and Terrible Majesty, Uriel Septim VII, son of Pelagius IV, has the diligence of his great-aunt Morihatha and political skill of his great-uncle Uriel VI, and the military prowess of his great-grand-uncle Uriel V. For 21 years he reigned and brought justice and order to Tamriel. In the year 3E389, however, the Imperial battle mage Jagar Tharn betrayed him. Uriel VII was imprisoned in a dimension of Tharn's creation, and Tharn used his sorcery evolution to assume the Emperor's aspect. For the next 10 years, Tharn abused Imperial privilege, but did not continue Uriel VII's schedule of reconquest. It is not yet entirely known what Tharn's goals and personal accomplishments were during the 10 years he masqueraded as his liege lord. In 3E399, an enigmatic champion defeated the battle mage in the dungeons of the Imperial Palace, and freed Uriel VII from his other dimensional jail. Since his emancipation, Uriel Septim VII has worked diligently to renew the battles that would reunite Tamriel. Tharn's interference broke the momentum, it is true, but the years since then have proven that there is hope of the golden age of Tiber Septim's rule glorifying Tamriel once again. So that bit about Jagar Tharn, Battle Mage, that's actually the events of the Elder Scrolls II Arena, or Battle Mage? I forget what the subtitle was. Was it Battle Spire or something? Still, I think it's the second game of this whole series. Alright, and then... yeah, Arena was the first one, which is why I really doubted myself. I think the second one had battle in the subtitle, but it was 2 words. It was either Battle Spire or Battle Mage or something. Unless it was Daggerfall. Yeah, the second one I think took place in Daggerfall. The Daggerfall, Alakir Desert, and High Rock Tri-Province area. And then there's definitely a Battle Spire one, though. Because those events were definitely a game. Yeah, and then the third's Morrowind, so it was an unnumbered spin-off, I guess. Oh hey, blade skill. Battle of Sancre-Tor. In 2E852, allied Nord and Breton forces crossed the borders into Cyrodiil and occupied the major passes and settlements in the Gerald Mountains. Making their headquarters for the winter at Sancre-Tor, the Nord-Breton allies dared King Cuchulainn's new general, Talos, to to assault them in their mountain fastnesses. When they learned that General Talos had mustered an army in the dead of winter and was marching to assault Sancretor, they were elated. Sancretor was impregnable, its citadel on high cliffs overlooking the lower city, nestled in a high mountain basin within steep, unscalable cliffs in their rear. The Cyrodiilic army was small, poorly trained and outfitted, short on rations, and unprepared for winter campaigning. As the ragged units assembled in the lowlands beneath the citadel, the Nord-Breton allies confidently assumed that their enemy had delivered himself into their trap. The citadel was not only protected by an unscalable cliff in front and unscalable heights in their rear, but the entrance to the citadel was magically concealed under the appearance of a large mountain lake in the basin beneath the heights. Accordingly, the Nord-Breton allies left on a small force to defend the citadel, descending through lower passages to attack and overwhelm the cold, hungry Cyrodiilic forces before them. They expected to defeat, overrun, and annihilate General Talos' army, leaving no one to oppose their springtime descent into the Cyrodiilic heartlands. Thus did General Talos lure the Nord-Breton allies to their doom. Leaving a weak force in the lowlands to draw out the defenders, General Talos approached the citadel of Sancretor from the rear, ascending the supposedly unscalable heights behind the citadel and sneaking into the supposedly magically concealed entrance to the inner citadel. This remarkable feat is attributed to the agency of a single unnamed trader, by tradition a Breton turncoat sorcerer, who revealed both the existence of an obscure mountain trail down the heights behind the citadel and the secret of the citadel entrance concealed beneath its illusory lake surface. While the Cyrodiilic army in the lowlands fought a desperate defense against the Nord-Breton sortie, General Talos and his men entered the citadel, swept aside the sparse defense, captured the Nord-Breton nobles and generals, and compelled them to surrender the citadel and their armies. The confused and demoralized Nord captives, already suspicious of the scheming High Rock sorcerer aristocracy and their overreaching dreams of Heartland's conquest, deserted the alliance and swore loyalty to Tiber Septim. The Skyrim generals joined their rank and file in Tiber Septim's army. The High Rock Battle Mage command was summarily executed, and the captive Bretons imprisoned or sold into slavery. Thus was the considered allied invasion of Cyrodiil foiled. General Talos' army swelled by the hardened Nord's veteran troops that played so crucial a role in General Talos' succeeding campaigns, which consolidated the Colovian and Nibelungian into the core of the Cyrodiilic Empire, and which resulting in the crowning of General Talos as Emperor Tiber Septim. Historians marvel at Tiber Septim's tactical daring in assaulting a fortified mountain citadel in the dead of winter against vastly superior numbers. Later, Tiber Septim attributed his unwavering resolve against overwhelming obstacles to have been inspired by his divine vision of the Amulet of Kings in the tomb of Riemann III. Young Talos may indeed have been inspired by his belief that he was fated to recover this ancient sacred symbol of the Covenant and to lead Tamriel to the high civilization of the Third Empire. Nonetheless, this should in no way reduce our admiration for the dash and genius of this defining military triumph against impossible odds. Yeah, Jagrathorn's the right name, and he probably was, because the book said he was a battle mage, so he was probably serving him for a while until that betrayal in the spin-off. So yeah, Teddy Bear is just an AoE rally effect. 100 points rally, which is really good. Yeah, I'll the stream here. Good books. I will get the selling and other inventory management stuff off stream. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later.